You're never more like a church than when you're around other Christians and you're praying together. That's how it started. Now, what's interesting is the disciples didn't get it. But Jesus said, I'm going to send you a helper. Now, in this world, there's a thing called DIY. And it stands for do it yourself. And so, if you turn on the TV, there's all these shows that are do it yourselves. How to live off the grid, do it yourself. How to take an old home and do it yourself. How to take your car and do it yourself. And let me just say to you, DIY is great for home improvement, but it's a bad strategy for life. Because if you could do it yourself, Jesus didn't need to climb up that hill. Jesus didn't need to carry that cross. Jesus didn't need to hang on it. And Jesus didn't need to die. And he didn't need to go in a grave. And he didn't need to rise up from that grave. If you could do it yourself, let's get it done. But the truth of the matter is I can't do it myself, and you can't do it yourself. But see, the disciples had a thought, and here was the thought. Jesus had come back. The biggest problem that the Jewish people had was the fact that the Roman Empire possessed their land. And so in Acts chapter 1 and verse 6, right before he ascends, the disciples asked him this question. When are you going to do this? Take care of the Roman Empire. When are you going to do it? But what Jesus is going to do is he's going to show them about the helper. And the way he's going to do it is he's going to say, you want me to do it. You want me to do everything. But that's not the way this works. We need to get on the same page. It's not me, it's we. See, if you have a helper, that means you're doing something that they can help with. It doesn't mean that you're watching the helper work. And so Jesus immediately changed the paradigm and he said, this isn't about me, it's now become we. Because the Holy Spirit's going to come. And when the Holy Spirit comes, he's going to help you. He's not going to replace you, he's going to help you. He's not going to replace you, he's going to help you. And what he says is he goes on in verse 8 and he says, and you shall be witnesses. And what he says is he's going to help you to love people that you've never loved before. First way he's going to help all of us is to make us witnesses. And the reason he's making us witnesses is so that he's going to help us to love people that we've never loved before. See, people love themselves, and people love their friends, and people sometimes love their family. But he says, I'm going to help you to love people you've never loved before. People say, what does the Holy Spirit do? He helps you love people. People that you could just walk by, people that you wouldn't give the time of day of, people that you think, hey, they don't deserve my time, they don't deserve my attention, they don't deserve anything from me. And he says, I'm going to make you witnesses because you're going to start caring about people that you've never cared for. I'm going to help you. But it wasn't just that he was going to give them a love for people that they've never loved before, so that they would tell a story to them about Christ. But he says, I'm not only going to do that, but I'm going to help you to make a difference in places you never thought you could make a difference in. Because he says when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, he's going to help you, because he's going to help you to be a witness, because you're going to love people you've never loved before, and you're going to care about people you've never cared about before. But then he turns around and he says, and you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem. Everyone gets that. That's where the posse hung out. I mean, that's where everyone wanted to be. Everyone wanted to go to Jerusalem. But then he said, Judea. Okay, that's all right. There's some nice places in the countryside. But then he said, Samaria. No Jewish person ever thought about Samaria. And what God was saying is, he says, I'm going to teach you to love people, and I'm going to do something in your life. I'm going to help you to love people you've never loved, so you can make a difference in places you never thought you could make a difference. And then he doesn't stop there. He says, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. Do you know the average person during that day never went, on average, more than 40 miles from where they were born? Some of you drive that far to get to work every day. They lived their whole life within 40 miles, from the day they were born to the day they die. And all of a sudden, Jesus says he's going to help you to love people you've never loved before, to make a difference in places you never thought you would make a difference in, and to do something bigger than you've ever thought. Because when Jesus said the uttermost parts of the earth, they had never thought bigger than 40 miles. Jesus said, I sent the Holy Spirit in your life for this reason. I want to help you to love people you've never loved before. And I want to help you to make a difference in places you never thought you could make a difference in. And I want to do something that's bigger than you've ever thought about. And in the midst of that journey of those three things, loving people, making a difference, and doing something bigger, he says, in the midst of it, I'm going to help you with the ups and downs of your life. But I didn't come just to help you with your agenda. I came to help you fulfill my agenda. The Holy Spirit comes as a helper. He wants to help you. Well, I can't love them. He wants to help you. Well, I can't make a difference there. He wants to help you. Well, I've never thought that was a possibility. He wants to help you. The Holy Spirit has been sent to help